So for the project, I'm going to ask my tieta, which means grandma in Arabic, about her immigration story. Yeah. First question. How long did it take for you to come to America? How old were you?
When we applied, it took us about like 3-4 months.
Why did you want to move to America?
For a better life for us, for our children and grandchildren. At that time there was no war, no nothing. It was very good, but your grandfather, when he lived in here and he graduated here, so he wanted to come back. He couldn't adapt to the life back home.
Now state where you're from.
Huh?
Where are you from?
Baghdad, Iraq.
Okay.
Baghdad is the capital of Iraq.
Okay.
And when I graduated from Iraq, Baghdad, but when I was teaching up north, where your grandfather was an engineer. Actually, he built the bridge between Iraq and Turkey.
Did he really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the engineer back there. But the way they treated them and everything, he just wanted to come back. And he was a professor in Baghdad, finite elements engineering, and I was a teacher for high school.
How does it feel coming from Iraq to America? Like, what do you find extremely different? Like, how do people treat you?
There they are, neighbors, stuck with neighbors. They sit with neighbors, they talk with neighbors, they visit each other. Here it's different. Actually, sometimes you leave the door, you don't know who, what's your neighbor. Just hi, hello, something like this. It was different. It was even different in England from here. In England, if they don't see you for a day, they come to your house and knock and say, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Here, if you yell in the street, nobody would answer you. So that's different of, life. But things change all the time.
Are you happy with your decision of moving here?
Of course. No regrets whatsoever.
What's the biggest difference you can tell from Iraq to America?
Oh, the life of, the way you eat, the way you sit on the table, the way you move from one place to the other, the roadway, the highways, they are all different, traffic lights, wherever you go, you hear beep, 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 because the traffic lights were, so that's a big difference, the food, everything.
What about education-wise?
Oh, everybody is educated there, at least they have the high school, but everybody, because everything is free, and it depends on your grades, which school you go, either science or art, which is like me, English teacher, or science, they would be doctors or engineers.
What do you miss about Iraq?
What is what?
What do you miss about Iraq?
Nothing. For real, nothing.
Do you have any regrets of moving here?
A what?
Any regrets of moving here?
No, of course not.
What about your English? What's the difference between Arabic and English?
It's just the vocabulary is different, Of course, actually, when we study back home English, we study it according to the British language with, with the vowels and the phonetics and everything. It's different from here. Even, you notice English people spell, words differently. So that was a big difference. But, you would understand their English better than here when we came. Actually, when we went to Strathclyde, when your grandfather graduated from Strathclyde, they used to talk the the thing. We were in a taxi cab, and the taxi cab was talking to your grandfather, and I turned to your grandfather, is he talking English? He said, yes, he is. I think it's either he was Irish or something like this,
Can you say
the accents.
Can you say something in Arabic?
In Arabic, مرحبا.
What does that mean?
Means hello.
Okay,
أهلا وسهلا. That's welcome.
Say more.
Say more?
Yeah.
حبكي. I love you.
Shukran.
You're welcome. أهلا وسهلا.
Would you go back to Iraq?
No.
What do you feel about the
I did one time, like it's like 85, and I was supposed to stay a month. I said 2 weeks, and I came back running.
What do you feel about the certain what do you
The
feel?
certain here, it's terrible. It should not have happened, you know. But it's God's will, God's whatever.
What do you feel about what's going on in Iraq right now?
It's so, you know, people are crazy. Just people crazy, you know. They do lots of things in the name of God, but I don't think, you know, they do love God. Because they love God, they should do the right thing. Especially to us Christians, the 10 commandments and everything. And one of them is, you shall not kill.
Mm-hmm.
I would love talking about it.
Okay, now say bye in Arabic.
Bye-bye. That's what they say, bye. مع
Really?
السلامة.
Okay.
مع السلامة is goodbye.
Now say your full name.
Well, my name is Nina Mishu.
Okay. Thank you, Tata.
You're
Ready,
welcome.
set, go.